Once I'm done reading that statement, I'm going to hand the case over to Ms. Madeira. Again, if you are driving, I need you to pull over. Good morning and welcome to the Philadelphia Fair Housing Commission. My name is Allie D. Medeiros. I am the attorney for the Philadelphia Fair Housing Commissioners. Also present today from the Fair Housing Commission staff is Ms. Brenda Madeira, the case manager. I also have Ms. Jomaris Castro Almeida. She is our clerk. She runs our Zoom hearings for us. For the hearing, I am required to go over a few things with you. First, you're being recorded. We record all our hearings. By remaining on the line and participating in the hearing, you are consenting to be recorded. Our Zoom hearings have the same force and effect as if we were in person. The only difference is on Zoom, we do not have a court reporter. In the event either party wants to appeal a final order of this commission, you can reach out to me or the case manager, and we will provide you with a copy of the video recording. Please be mindful of what you're saying and doing because it is being recorded. Second, at 9 o'clock this morning, the commissioners and myself, the attorney, met in a private executive session to discuss the day's cases. We do this on every hearing day with every case. Third, the parties had the opportunity to submit documents. I have the submitted documents saved on my computer and can share them with everyone on the screen. Please keep in mind that the commission generally only reviews the very basic documents in a case prior to a hearing. If you would like a document reviewed by the commission, please reference it by name, date, or description so that I can post it on the screen for everyone to look at the same time. Lastly, during the course of today's hearing, it might be necessary for the commissioners to speak privately to make decisions in this matter. If they need to do that, they will need to join separate rooms divided by party called breakout rooms. A prompt will come on your screen at the appropriate moment asking you if you would like to join a breakout room. We will direct you to click join when you see that prompt. Once in the breakout room, please remain in the room. We will never end a hearing when you are in a separate room. Please make sure you're back in this main room and that a commissioner or staff member dismisses you before you log off or hang up. Thank you very much for listening. With that, I'm going to hand the case over to Ms. Madeira.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fair Housing Commission. This case is Bianca Green versus Aisha Jean Marie. This is our first hearing. This is docket number 2024-10-22-18970. Mr. Rowland, can you hear me? Sir, are you driving?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, are you driving?
I was instructed to pull over, is that correct?
Yes, okay. I just want to make sure you have pulled over and the car has stopped.
So I have, well, ma'am, you have to have a little bit of patience. It doesn't work like, I just can't pull over. I have to pull over in a safe manner.
Okay, so as soon as you can do that, okay, as soon as you can do that, please do that. Okay.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, so at this time, I would like to swear, get the names of the people that are testifying. So, Ms. Green, would you please state your name and spell it clearly for the recording?
Bianca Green. It is BIANCAGREEN.
Thank you. A landlord. Ms. Jean,
Aisha.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Aisha Jean Marie, AISHA. Last name is JEAN-MARIE.
Thank you. Mr. Rowland, are you testifying?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you please state your name and spell it for the recording?
Roland, ROLAND.
And your last name, please?
Oh, Green, GREEN.
Thank you. Counselor for...
I'm Bianca's uncle. I'm Bianca's uncle, just to put it on record. No, I'm just playing. We have the same last name. It's just funny that we have that same last name.
Okay,
but
thank you.
I'm the landlord. Thank you.
Okay. Counselor for tenant, would you please put your name on our record, please?
Yes, good morning, Commissioners. Eva Kennedy from the Legal Clinic for the Disabled for the tenant, Bianca Green.
Thank you. So at this time, I would like to swear in the tenant as well as both landlords. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and also Alex, the maintenance tech, is on the call too, ma'am. So he would need to be sworn in as well.
Okay, okay.
Also, I have a testify to my kid's father, Patrick Smallwood.
Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, so Mr. Alex Navarez, you're the manager, you're from maintenance?
Yes.
Okay, sir. So can you please spell your name out clearly so that I can swear you in, please?
Yes. Alex Narvaez, NARVAEZ.
Okay, and spell your first name, please?
ALEC.
Okay. And who is the other person that is testifying on behalf of the lieutenant?
Patrick Smallwood.
And where is he?
I'm right here.
Okay, so can I see your face, please? Thank you, sir. Can you spell your name and spell it clearly for the recording?
PATRICKSMALLWOOD.
And relationship to this case, sir?
I'm a baby father.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so I would like to swear you and Mr. Navarez in. Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Alex?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Okay, so during the hearing, as you were already informed, documentations have already been submitted to this, for this case. We would ask you if there is a document that you wish to be shown on the screen for all to see. Please make mention of the title of said document, or in using a date, use the complete date, which would be the month, the day, and the year. We will ask you not to use any pronouns when testifying. You need to mention the full name of the person you are referring to. During the hearing, you will have an opportunity to, while testifying, we would ask you to speak when spoken to. Do not interrupt each other nor disrespect each other. We will ask you definitely do not interrupt nor disrespect the commissioners as they proceed over this matter. At the end of the hearing, you will receive an order. You have the right to appeal the final order at the Court of Common Pleas. You'll need a copy of this recording that will be transcribed for that purpose. This case is scheduled for municipal court hearing on March 27th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Again, my name is Brenda Madera, and the commissioners presiding over this matter is Commissioner Butler, Commissioner Bronson, and Commissioner Baez. Thank you.
Hi, good morning and welcome to the Fair Housing Commission. The process for today's hearing will be as follows. The commission will be asking questions of the tenant and then also the landlord. I understand that there's representation for the tenant. Once I conclude, then you may ask your client additional questions that I have not covered. Ms. Green, can you please state the property address that we're here to discuss?
5636 Arch Street, apartment 1,
And what is the zip code?
19139.
And when did you move into this property?
March 15th of last year.
So that's 2024 for the record.
Yes.
Okay, and what is the monthly rent?
$12.50 plus $43.75 or $43.50 for the convenience fee.
Okay, so the monthly rent is $1,250.
Yes.
And when you moved in, did you pay first, last, and security?
I paid 2 months. 2 months, I guess it's deposit, and I guess first month.
So you paid first month and security deposit.
Correct.
You did not pay last month's rent.
First, last, and security,
No,
deposit.
because it was 2,000.
It was 2,000, so you only, yeah, it's only with first month and security.
Okay. And when you moved in, did you receive a certificate of renter suitability?
Renter's insurance and suitability.
No. Did you receive from the landlord a certificate of renter suitability?
Yes.
Okay. And did you receive a lead safe certificate?
Yes.
Okay, and that's being shown on the screen. Okay. You filed this complaint alleging retaliation. It's basically stating that because you asked for repairs and withholding your rent. Speaking of withholding the rent, when was the last time that you paid the landlord rent?
August 26th of 2024. Now, how I paid my rent, now she told me my rent was every first of the month. Now, what I do is I always pay my rent at the end of the previous month, going to the first of the month.
Okay, so just for clarity, when was the last time that you paid rent to the landlord?
8/26/2024.
Okay,
That was going to the first of the month. That is, but
That's not what he was trying to say. What he's asking, basically, he's saying, when you say August, you just say August. No, you gotta let them know that you paid the end of August for the beginning of
I
September.
told her,
Okay.
I just said that.
I know,
I
but you
just
gotta let them
explained
know.
it.
You understand?
okay. So then you started withholding, basically, you paid for September.
Yes,
Okay, so then you started to withhold your rent for the month of October, November, December through the present?
correct.
Okay. And can you please explain you said you live in apartment 1.
Yes.
Do you know how many units are in this building?
It's 2 other apartments. One upstairs and one is in the rear.
So from your understanding, there are 3 units in this building.
Yes,
And you reside in 1 unit.
yes,
And just to make clear, I understand that you and the landlord have the same surname, as in Green. Is there any familiar relationship between you and the landlord?
no,
So you are not related by blood or marriage to the landlord?
no.
Okay, thank you. I am now going to, before I allowed your representative to ask you additional questions, I would just like to ask the landlord a question. Mr. Green?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you heard the testimony regarding the documents that I was asking your tenant. She stated that she did receive a certificate of renter suitability.
Yes, sir.
Okay, she
That's
also
correct.
stated that she received a let's say certificate.
That is also correct.
Okay, regarding a license to rent, do you have a license to rent?
At the time, yes, but since then it has expired as of late January.
And just for the record, there is a license to rent being shown on the screen. That license to rent did expire on January 2025. We will note that it is for number of units 3. Okay. And since the expiration of this license, have you renewed it or obtained a one that is not expired?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. That is all the questions that I have for you, sir. Now I'm going to allow Attorney Kennedy to proceed with this case. I would just like to let the parties know that this is really about retaliation. The tenant alleged that the landlord wanted to end the lease in retaliation for making repairs. Okay, so counsel, if you can be constrained in your questioning. Obviously, this is a very limited hearing, so please do not go over anything that I've already covered unless you are in dispute of that finding at this time.
Yeah, thank you,
If you
commissioners.
can go on.
Thank you. Ms. Green, could you tell the commission when the issues started with your fridge?
The issues didn't start until June 12th. I told her there was something going on with the fridge. She said she'll have, a tech come out and look at it. And I guess with the issues, they thought it was the Freon, but it's not the Freon. It's the compressor. Come to find out, it's the compressor. Now, Mr. Green, the landlord's husband, had ordered the compressor part for it, I guess, to get it installed, but they never installed it. They just kept sending people out to, see, kept giving me different diagnoses for the fridge, and come to find out is the compressor. Like, they saying that the last person they sent out to diagnose the fridge said that the door something was going on with the door, like it was broke, and that it didn't shut. Correct. Yeah. It didn't shut, and that's not the case. I had food been been spoiled. I told my landlord that, and she just basically said, "Hey, just put it in the freezer," and defrost. Basically, put all my food in the freezer and defrost it. I have kids, and she knows this. I have kids, and now she knows that I'm pregnant. So I went upon myself to actually buy a new fridge for the sake of my children. And that was the reason why I started withholding rent in October.
Excuse me, can I say something?
No,
All
I
right.
have a question before you say something. Ms. Green, did you tell the landlord you intended on buying a fridge and that you wanted them to compensate you for it?
I didn't tell I was buying the fridge, but we did have a discussion about compensation. She said all I had to do was send receipts to her and they will compensate me. Also, they were going to replace my fridge or try to fix my fridge, but they did not.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Smallwood, you wanted to say something?
Yes. All right. Now, when they was talking about the door, was never the door. It was the compressor in the back, because when a person came back here and checked it, he said the compressor was going bad, and she recorded it and everything what he was saying. Then turned around when she sent talking about she want to send receipts. Then they came up with saying, "Oh no, it's the door, so they don't got to pay it back." Food being spoiled.
Okay,
Okay,
can
so
we,
let me just say this for the moment, okay? The Fair Housing Commission is not going to be able to do anything specifically about the refrigerator or compensation between the parties.
No. I understand that. No, but we were just saying that, okay, we had to replace, get my own refrigerator to feed my kids.
Okay.
I have 2 young kids, and plus I have this baby on the way. So of course my kids have to eat. So
Okay, but just for the sake, let's just go back. We've already addressed the issue of the refrigerator and that you purchased one and that you're asking the landlord for compensation or repair and deduct scenario. But what are the other issues that we're here to discuss? This is a very limited hearing. It needs to end by 12:15, so we need to be clear about what we're here talking about. So please go on.
okay.
Miss,
All right.
sorry, Ms. Green, can just to redirect the testimony. Can you tell the commission, were there other issues with the property?
Well, I can show you. Is it okay if I can show you
No,
guys?
don't show. Do not show.
Yeah, can you just describe what the issues with the property were?
Yeah, it's the floors. And then like on top of it, you know what I'm saying, behind the refrigerator, the floor is not done. And then the
So-
cracks in the floor, you know what I'm saying, and we explained to the maintenance man, and we showed him everything, and he still didn't come back and repair none of that. And then on top of it, like air seeking out through the cracks of the walls, air seeking
Okay,
out.
let's slow down for a second. When did you report the floors to the landlord?
When she reported, so once they start seeing cracks in the floor, she let them know.
Okay, and when was that?
Yes. What was that?
Was it in October?
October.
Okay, then you were saying there's a problem with the walls. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Yes. When she called me and I came over because she said it's cold in here, and when I looked at it, air coming out, seeking out through the walls. You know what I'm saying? You know, at the bottom part around the where the molding and stuff at, air is coming out from underneath there, all around. And then she had to go buy space heaters to try to keep it warm in here. And I put plastic around so it's trying to stay warm, but it still be getting cold. And then the heater in the back, it stay on for a little bit, then it cut off. Then the heat in her room do not work.
Okay, when did you tell the landlord about the heat issues?
I sent her an email with everything that was going on in the apartment, and she did not respond.
Okay, when did that happen?
When I sent that email, the first one I sent was October 30th,
Okay,
and the second one was November 1st.
thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Kennedy. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No problem. And prior to October 30th, had you ever notified the landlord of issues in the property, either by email or text?
Yeah, besides that, she didn't respond. Even when I sent those emails to her, she did not respond.
And did you ever call licensing and inspection?
Yes.
When did you call them?
I called them in August, October, and they came out November 7th.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and thank you. I was going to ask that we pull these up. And they came out to the property. So, okay, so they came out, they opened violations. Are the issues with the heat still ongoing?
Yes.
I don't believe I have any further questions. I'm just double checking.
Did the land?
Oh, I do have, sorry, one other thing. Ms. Green, prior to when you began withholding rent in October, were you ever late on your rent prior to that?
No,
Thank you.
I
Nothing
always
further.
paid my rent on time.
Thank you.
Ms. Kennedy, can you question the tenant about the notice to vacate on the screen, please?
Sure. Yeah. Ms. Green, did you get a notice to vacate from your landlord?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the date on that notice?
The very first one was November, and the second one that she sent out was for March 15th.
And what was the reason given on the notice to vacate that you received in November?
Not paying rent.
Okay. Nothing further.
Okay, Mr. Green?
Okay, so want to go back to the beginning to when she first initially signed the lease. Ms. Green, do you remember signing the lease back in March 15th of 2024?
Yes.
Do you remember the instructions, how you are to communicate and how to pay the rent
Yes, you told.
back in?
Yes, you said I have to pay rent through a portal.
Okay. What is the portal? So the courts may know what the portal is.
You basically have to go on a website and and basically that's how you pay your rent. You go online for maintenance, apply for maintenance for any issues.
Okay. So is it safe to say that all communication in regards to your unit is to be on that portal? Is that correct?
Yes, for communication, yes.
Okay. And the reason for that to the court is so it can be clear communication on the condition and the issues that's going on the rent. Do you remember the first time you put a work order in the system, in the portal? Do you remember the first time?
No, because it's been a while.
First of all,
Okay.
she did put a report in through the portal.
Wait. So, court. Can you have Mr. Smallwood
We're
be
not a
quiet,
court.
please?
We're not a court, number one. Number two, if you're cross-examining, you can also testify. So the question was just for Ms. Green. Can you ask it again, please, sir?
Do you remember the first work order, Ms. Green?
The
You
first,
said no. You said no. Is that correct?
yeah, yes, I said no, but now it's coming back to me. The very first order I put in was for the toilet. For the toilet, I needed my toilet was stopped up.
Yes.
Yes, if my toilet was stopped up, I told Aisha, and she said that the maintenance man had found toys in the toilet, and he didn't even do his proper job because my kid's father had to come here and unclog the toilet, and come to find out it wasn't toys in the toilet.
Wait 1 second, ma'am. I asked a simple question. Do you remember? You said yes. That's what you
Sir,
said. Is that correct?
Ask
Yes.
the question.
Okay, so I'm just asking specific questions. That's it.
Oh, I got
You
you,
talk-
but if you ask a question, you gotta let her answer it. Go ahead.
Okay, Joe, but I never talked about it twice. I said, do you remember that? She said yes.
I got
The
you,
reason
sir.
why the reason why I'm doing it so it can be orderly. I don't want to be off track. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know the procedures on how to cross-examine as far as an attorney. I'm just me.
Okay, you
So
go
I
ahead
just
and
want to
don't
keep
worry.
things orderly. I
Okay,
just
go
want to
ahead,
keep
don't
things
worry.
orderly.
I'll stop
Okay,
you.
so okay, so you mentioned that there was a work order in there about the toilet. So when you put the work order in, was that issue addressed? Is this,
Yes,
this is, it's just yes
not,
or, I just want to be clear. I just want yes or no questions because I'm leading to something. I don't want a whole paragraph of
Well,
words.
sir, if you ask her
Yes
a
or no.
question, she has a right to respond. You can't limit her like
No,
that.
the reason why I'm saying is that if you just say yes, then I can proceed to
I
explain.
got you,
But
sir, but
if you say yes, and then you go out this long tangent, I'm
Mr.
going to forget
Green,
what I want
Mr.
to say.
Green,
Yes, ma'am.
if she goes too far, we'll stop her.
Okay. All right. So was the issue addressed? Yes or no?
not really.
You said
Um,
not really?
Not really. Yeah, because
Was
can I explain why I said what I said? If that's okay
yes.
with you. I said not really because Tech came out and Clark tried to unclog it, but he did not perfect it. He did not do the job correctly because when he
Mm-hmm.
left, my toilet was still clogged. It's still
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to still use my toilet. And when I told Aisha, she said, "Well, it was toys in the toilet
Mm-hmm.
that caused the clog." So I said, "Okay."
When you told her when you said you
so,
called it
sir, Mr. Smallwood, he's just asking Miss Green questions. He can't interrupt. Mr. Green, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So is it safe to say that when you had an issue in the portal prior to the October of when you were withholding rent, has every issue that you put in that portal been addressed prior to October of, I forget the specific date,
Objection
but
asked and
prior,
answered.
excuse me?
Okay.
He testified that it wasn't fixed, asked and answered.
Okay, we also have a pro se litigant, so we're gonna allow some leeway.
Okay, so Mr. Green, um, because you are the landlord and you have personal knowledge, if you do, about the efforts that were taken regarding the repairs, you can testify based on your first-hand knowledge. At this point, I understand that you want to cross the tenant, but I don't believe that it's productive at this time, unless we have something very, very critical that needs to be asked of the tenant. You obviously can do that. I just don't know how far we're gonna go. And again, this is a very limited forum. So based on your personal knowledge, if you want to let the commission know exactly what steps you took as a landlord, you can let us know that.
Okay, so prior to her following the complaint that there was repairs needed, before she moved into that property, there was zero issues with that unit. In fact, that unit was inspected by a inspector for Section 8 to get into their program, and it passed. So prior to her moving into that unit, the unit was rehabbed and it was ready for occupancy. There was zero issues with that unit. As time went on, as anything else, things do happen when you have people living into a property. So every issue that she has ever had, it was addressed. Miss Green also, to further complement her needs, she is a smoker. We allowed her to smoke in the property, and by her smoking in the property, we had to install a fan in a specific room so she could freely smoke because it was disturbing other tenants that lived there with the smoke. So the point that I want to make to the court is that prior to her complaint of having these repairs, everything else had been addressed. Back in September, the first week of September, Ms. Green mentioned that she had no longer was working and that she would be paying her rent late. Ms. Green has been an ideal tenant. She said that she was not working. So consequently, because she wasn't working, she then said that she had a lot of issues. And then when she in the way that she described the living quarters of that property, you would believe that it would have been inhabitable. Those violations are violations due to her living in that property. And to address the
Objection.
issue,
Okay.
to address the
So,
issue with the refrigerator, and I just want to briefly just say that a technician from the company, the manufacturer, who then we found the warranty company who actually specifically works on that refrigerator, told us the issue and he confirmed it. And also that should be in your documents as well. The findings that he said that what was wrong with the refrigerator, he said that it was excessive use, which caused damage to the door, which then caused it not to be properly cooled. And that's also in writing. So I just want to say this is that we, at this point, and it wasn't addressed, that the letter that was sent out for March the 15th was for her to also leave the property, and that is because she no longer has a lease. So we want her, we're not renewing her lease, and we have the maintenance tech here stating that he did not finish the work that was needed to complete because it's congested in the property. And he's advised us that she would need to be removed in order to properly address those issues.
He's just sitting here just lying, man.
Okay, so Mr. Green, we're gonna ask you about, according to the files that we have, there are open LNI violations on the property.
That
And
is
one of them
correct.
has, I'm sorry?
That is correct.
And one of those violations relates to the heating of the unit.
That is correct. So
That was open
Mr.
on, I'm sorry, allow me to finish. That
Yes,
was open on November 14th, 2024. And
yes.
in addition to that, there are also interior surfaces and unapproved conditions. Specifically with the heating, what is the status of that?
So Alex, and he can come online. I have the dates when Mr. Alex came out to the property. 1 second. He came out a total of 5 times. And each of those 5 times, he was then said to come back. And I just also want to put on record that every time that he goes out for a service call, we have to pay him $100. So he went out 5 times to address Mrs. Green's issues, and he was told to come back, or he was rescheduled. It was scheduled. Each time that he came out, it was always scheduled to fix those issues, and particularly the heat. Each time that he came out that was scheduled prior to more than 24 hours, he was then told when
Can
he
you
actually
please, can
got
you
there.
please let Mr. Narvaez testify to this? If you're referring to this individual coming out to the unit?
Hello. Yes, I done today. Yes, I every time I come, but she tried to change the day because they gotta go to school, everything. But I need a time for being there and decide to fix the floor and that stuff to fix, and I need time to get that because the guy he lived there, he told me I got the floor is messed up. I think messed up is for the other one freezer because the whole is the other one freezer he got the other he buying. I don't know. That for the whole they messed it up, the damage. Because where the floor was not like that before. That's what I tried to say. But I need time to get in there to fix the apartment.
So just so we're all very clear, when you went to the property to make these inspections or repairs, was the tenant notified that you were going to go there and inspect or repair?
Yes, Your Honor.
How was that informed to the tenant?
Huh?
How was that informed to the tenant?
I was about to go with Bianca and the phone.
So you spoke to the tenant and you said that you were going to be going to the property?
Yeah, I needed to go sometime in the morning. That time I can't start working at 3 o'clock, 4
Okay,
o'clock.
so all I am trying to establish, did she have noticed that you were going to be going to the property to inspect or repair?
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't have to call me Your Honor. Commissioner Bias is fine, or Commissioner.
Okay, thank you.
So how was she informed that you were going to be going out there?
On the phone.
Okay, and you...
I got her phone number. We talking, but sometimes she can't. But I sometimes she give me a different time, but I can't go that time. I have to go because I'm not working in that place only. I'm working in different place.
Okay, understand.
Yes.
Mr. Green, if we can...
You
Mr.
said
Green?
Mr. Green?
Yes,
Commissioner.
Regarding the refrigerator, I know that when you first started to speak, you brought that up. Ultimately, what is the status of the refrigerator in the unit?
She replaced it.
Okay, she replaced it and
She replaced the refrigerator that was not authorized. That refrigerator was under warranty, was purchased in 2021. The gentleman who said that the compressor, he was given,
okay,
he was
so
a bad technician. He was a
Right.
bad technician. So the technician that actually works for that manufacturer came out and discovered it wasn't the compressor.
Okay,
And
so regarding the obviously now there is a new refrigerator in
Correct.
the unit. Okay.
yes.
And now the tenant is asking for reimbursement, given that they pay out of pocket. What is your position on that?
Absolutely not, sir, because that refrigerator was a better quality refrigerator. It was purchased in 2021, and she replaced it with a lesser model without our authorization. And the gentleman had the part ordered, and I paid for it. We paid this gentleman $600 and some odd dollars.
Just so that we
And
can understand,
also,
I'm sorry, Mr. Green. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just need to get some information. What was the timeline from when the tenant requested a repair of the refrigerator and when you acted? What was the timeline? Can you establish what timeline we're talking about? When she asked for repair of the refrigerator and then a new one was installed, or a contractor came out to try to fix it?
immediately. Everything is in the portal, Commissioner. When she makes a request, and particularly something like a refrigerator, it was addressed immediately. The
So what day
gentleman,
was that? From your standpoint, when was that done?
sir, I don't have the portal right in front of me. I'm not going to give you a specific date and be wrong. All I can say is when I say immediate, when I say the word immediate, that means it was addressed ASAP, meaning within days, within 2 days, that issue was addressed by a technician who came out to the unit. Not the warranty company, but another outside technician came out to address her issue immediately.
So-
Within 2 days, within 48 hours, someone was out there. I think the next day, someone was out there to address that issue.
So we're
He put
being,
free on it.
so there is a appliance repair from Howells. And the date of the invoice, sorry?
The 9th, Commissioner, October 9th, 2024, Mr. Green testified that he paid $600 to replace the door hinge issues. This is the receipt for that.
I just want to she interjected. I want to interject. I specifically said I don't know the date, and that invoice was from the technician from the manufacturer. There was other 2 technicians prior to that technician who came out when Ms. Green and Mr. Smallwood just testified, saying that it was the compressor. The Holwell technician never said it was the compressor. That was the first 2 technicians that came out. The first technician came out twice. And and that's what they're referring to, is that he put Freon in the refrigerator and then he said it was the compressor. Then the compressor was ordered. That was from the first technician who did not come from the manufacturer. So I just want to make that clear. That receipt that the commissioner sees was from the actual manufacturer under the warranty program when we tracked it down. So there was a technician prior to October the 9th.
I just put it on the screen to show that you had ordered the new part by October 9th. That's it. Which is good.
Well, no, that is not correct, ma'am. No, it was not October the 9th. There was a compressor that was ordered prior to
No,
that.
sir, I understand, but I'm saying the door hinge was ordered by the 9th. That's it.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes.
Go ahead,
Correct.
Commissioner. Bye.
Correct.
Okay.
Um,
The other thing that the tenant testified to was when she last paid rent, she stated that she started withholding for the months of October through the present, March of 2025.
That's incorrect.
Is that incorrect, honey?
That's incorrect. She paid August 26th for September's rent. And that was the last time she paid.
Okay.
In August was the last time she paid.
Right, so she paid for September, so she didn't pay for October through March of 2025.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
And just what we would like to say with this is that Ms. Green to this day says that she withheld the rent due to these repairs. Okay. So if that is the case, because she told us that she had no longer been working, if that is the case, then I asked the commissioner to have Ms. Green give the commissioner in escrow the back rent to prove that she does have, in fact, have the rent. Because we've had, and I just want to say this real quick, because I know you want to cut me off. Let me say this real quick. We've had tenants in the past use the system to delay time. This is
Objection,
not an
relevance.
uncommon case. No, I'm doing a personal. No, I'm giving a personal statement. We've had tenants in the past. This is true. This really happened.
Okay, Mr. Green, so we understand.
Irrelevant to this.
This really happened. We had. I want the commissioner to.
So,
If
Mr.
Mrs.
Green, we
Green,
understand that is your opinion that she's at. We understand that that's your opinion, okay? We're not gonna get into this back and forth between the parties at this time. Do commissioners have any questions of either party at this time?
No questions.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I do have a
sir,
question.
we're gonna be taking a recess and we're gonna invite you to a breakout room so that commission
Wait,
can
you said
discuss.
you said I had a question, correct?
I did, but we're gonna take a recess so that
I
we can
just-
assess exactly where we are so that we can move forward.
Now, we're taking
Okay.
a recess. You'll see breakout rooms. Go ahead and click join. Everyone should have the option to click join. Please click join.
You have to hit join.
Yes, please, sir.
Okay.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, so we're back in session. The commission will allow additional testimony and final statements. Specifically, the landlord made reference to lack of access to the unit. So we will allow the tenant to respond to that allegation. Ms. Kennedy, I don't know if you want to question specifically your client on that issue. Once we cover that, then we're going to give both parties an opportunity to give any additional last statements that they want us to consider before we give a final order or take this matter under advisement. So, Ms. Kennedy?
Yes, thank you, commissioners. Ms. Green, you heard testimony that you did not allow access to your unit for repairs to be made. Is that true?
No, that's not true. Because
Were
when
you given, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
Were you given 24 hours notice each time that they tried to enter your apartment?
Yes, and when he calls and say, "Oh, I need to come in and do this," yes, I do give a specific time because I have kids. My kids have to be in school at a certain time. I have other things to do, so I try to fit in, give him a good, reasonable time that he can come and do work.
And you guys have been allowing access. Has there been any issues with him coming in?
No.
No.
He came. What he said he came like 3 o'clock. That's a lie. He came at 11. He came, looked around, and then he said, "Oh, I gotta go get some stuff," and then he left. Then next you know, he called him and asked what's going on. He said, "Well, can I come in tomorrow?" You know what I'm saying? And she said, "Come in around 11." You know what I'm saying? Because the kids be in school and everything. He came in, and then next you know, he like, "Oh, I forgot some things." I said, "What's up? You ain't starting?" You know what I'm saying? And I poured the refrigerator out, like, "Look, this part of back here got to be done too." He said it's not on the list. And then he said, "You know what? I got to call the landlord." Then he left. He never came back. So how I'm understanding how he's saying that it was no what? It's all this room in here, all space for him to go ahead and do the work. Nobody here to interfere of him doing the work. That was up to him. And I don't know what they came up with this idea thinking that we didn't let them come in.
But Ms. Kennedy, we do not have all the time, unfortunately, so I don't know if you need additional testimony from your clients at this time? Or
No,
do
I
you
would
just want to go on?
just a brief closing, if I may. Yeah, so I would like to pull up, I think I sent over in the very first attachment that I sent to the commission, there was a bank statement. If we could just pull that up, because the landlord testified that the tenant said that she lost her job, and they insinuated that that's why she is not paying rent. So I would just like to pull up that bank statement because it does show that she has the rent in escrow or in her bank account. Additionally, Ms. Green did buy a new fridge. She testified that the issues with the fridge were not repaired. She has children. She needs food. She needs her food to be refrigerated. The tenants have testified they called licensing and inspection. Licensing and inspection found that there were issues with the property. She notified the landlord that she'd be withholding. She's withholding. She's exercising her rights under the law. She has the money set aside. The landlord has not had a rental license since January. In regards to repair requests through the portal, she notified that the landlord was aware of the need for repairs. And there are issues with the property. Miss Green has children. Miss Green, needs and has a right to a livable property. And if repairs aren't made, she has a right to withhold rent. Currently, there are open L&I violations, and there are issues with the property. The landlord doesn't have a rental license. So we would just ask for a finding that their notice was retaliatory due to the repair requests and contacting licensing and inspection, and that she doesn't owe any rent.
Okay, Mr. Green, any last statements that you want the commissioners to consider?
Sir, if you're talking, you're on mute. You got to unmute. Also, it looks like you're driving, which we asked you not to do.
So, yeah, I'm not driving right at this second. I'm not driving right at this second. So, in regards to the repairs, they are still outstanding because the maintenance tech has been out there 5 times to address those issues, and each time it was turned around. Those repairs are minor, okay? They're not major repairs, so it would not take but a day to fix those things, but the property just needs to be accessible. Number 2, each time that he goes out there and is turned around, we have to pay him $100. So he's been out there a total of 5 times, and we paid this man $500. Now, in regards to the rent, we just want her to be out, okay? It's not a good fit. As of March the 15th of 2025, she no longer has a lease, and her attorney wants her not to pay us at all. At this point, we want a peace of mind. I don't think it's fair for the commissioner to award or coddle a behavior to not pay the rent. We're due the rent. I feel as though we should be entitled to that rent once those repairs are made, and then we are reissued a landlord license. I'm 1000% in agreement of being in compliance with the law. Me and my wife, we don't play with that. So yes, we will 1000% make those repairs, so then we can get a license, our license
Renew it.
and so we can renew it. But as far as her attorney suggesting that she don't pay no rent, Commissioner, we just want a peace of mind, okay? She can have the money, okay? We just want the property back, and we want her out. Whatever she wants, she can have. I just want her out of the property because it's been hell on us paying those bills at that property, and I have never had anyone pay my bills. She is 1000% responsible for that rent, but to get her out of there and to make this over, you can have the money. You can have it
Okay,
all.
sir. Thank you.
I just
Thank
want
you
her
very
out.
We understand. Thank you. So given that we've heard from both parties, the commission will take this matter under advisement. Once we reach an order, we will communicate that order to the parties. So both parties are aware that there is a municipal court hearing. Both parties know that date, March 27th. Parties should go and attend that hearing as well.
Okay, Commissioner, one quick second. Can we put on record?
No, we're all done
We
at
wanna-
this point. The hearing's
But I
done.
want to
No.
make those repairs though. I want to make those repairs, but I want to put on record. I want to make those repairs. They're
So, Mr.
they're
Green,
minor
He said it.
repairs.
We're all done.
The commission will instruct the tenant to provide access when you give notice to her of the contractors going out. That will be included in the order once we provide them.
Amen.
Okay?
That's all I want. We want to make it.
Now
That's it.
we're not issuing an order, but historically that is what we do. So again, we are taking this order and we are taking this matter under advisement. With that, the parties are free to go.
I just raised one quick
Alright.
thing. The next hearing in municipal court is marked must be tried. Do you know if we will
Yes,
get?
it will be
order
before that. We will
Okay,
provide
thank
an
you.
order before that date.
We will do
Thank you
our
so much.
best, Commissioner Bias, we will do our best to
We'll
get
do
it
our
in.
best.
Sure. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I appreciate the commissioner and everyone else. And like I said, lastly, we just want to do what's right, sir and ma'am.
Okay, sir,
Okay,
ending the hearing.
that's
then.
all we want to do.
Thank you, commissioners.